Yeah.
So now the journey of building a startup, right, or even a side hustle, has its high moments and its incredibly low moments, right? So if you guys had to reflect on your journeys, what do you think was your lowest moment, while building what you are?
So initially, when like we were in our engineering days, my team members were my batchmates, of course, and my juniors. So we all were in that quest of doing everything, like right from building websites to like softwares to doing trainings and like a lot much, because we felt like we can do everything, and like it was not like we could delegate work to someone, because it was like I can do it the best. So this thought process was something that was not a much fruitful one for us. When we realized it in the times when COVID came in, we realized when we were apart, we couldn't work. So my team broke. This was the lowest point, as I
What do
could
you
say.
mean exactly when you say your team, bro?
Many of them left. They were like, we want to just work somewhere and get our things done. Some of them went for like higher studies and all. So like initially the way we used to work together, we had an office and all. No one like showed up after COVID. So it was a really a low phase in the life. And of course, like being an entrepreneur, I became a solopreneur for some point of time. So that was something that was really like a learning point. And I felt one thing, that it is very important to also understand what others want in their careers, because I felt like till now it was only my vision and my co-founder's vision, we both were like aligned, but rest others were just in the quest of like getting some job and getting their daily bills paid. So that was their mindset. So this was the lowest point, which I feel was very intriguing. But now when like after realizing this, we tried to fix it by changing the direction, by like modifying the approach that we had. And of course, like we have those members in touch, but now it's more of on a project basis rather than a full-time one.
That's interesting. So how exactly did you modify the approach?
Yeah, so like as I said, like we were doing everything. So
Yeah.
firstly, we like created a list of around 10 things that we actually do well. From those 10s, we started like deducing the ones we actually are like very good at. We took feedback from people, and whatever work we have done in these 5 years. Now we recently completed our 5 years at Delta.
Oh,
So
congratulations.
thank you so much. So my birthday actually happens to be the anniversary for Delta on 9th of April.
Oh, wow.
Every
Cost
year.
cutting.
Yeah, cost cutting. Yes. So now when we have these discussions, so I have always been an advocate for credibility. So I have always asked my guys to like, okay, it's okay if you are not ready right now, but complete your education, get some experience, and then maybe we would get our calling. So like my co-founder as well, he's also completing his MBA now. So we're like on same lines, but going a little slow with our route to credibility. So that's how it is for us.
I think the lowest moment, not only for me, but for most founders, is the journey from zero to one. And like I said, at Sort My Scene, we had my CTO had built the product pretty fine. But now, because we were planning to build a marketplace, which is having organizers sell tickets on the platform, and you have customers who are looking to buy tickets on the platform. You go to organizers and you tell them, okay, you know what, start using my platform. They'll be like, okay, what's your database like? Who uses your platform? And surprise, you have zero people who are using it.
Yeah.
You go to people who want to buy tickets and you go like, oh, you know what, just download my app, use it. They'll be like, okay, what events do you have? Again, it's zero. So scaling a marketplace, what I strongly believe is probably the most difficult type of startup to, co-founder found. So now coming to getting that first client was the most difficult, because we were stuck in a place wherein everyone was, all the organizers, all venues were like, you don't have anybody, using a platform. So 9 months tried emailing. Well, hospitality industry, they have LinkedIn profiles, but they don't check that. We hit them up on LinkedIn. No one replied. Put it up on WhatsApp. No one was, coming through. But guess what? Everything that you learn in B school goes into waste out there, because I was like, let's do the, I don't know, like, let's do the dating app way, which is you slide into the DMs. So I actually ended up DMing a lot of these organizers and venue owners, and I was like, yo, you know what, I'm creating this super cool thing. It helps you save costs, gets you faster payments, better tech. Just get on a call, I'll show you something that I have. And luckily a few of them told me come meet and everything, and I'm not kidding, what I was working on for months, one DM is all it took was to just get it started. And I think that was the lowest point where you're questioning what you're building, why you're building. At the same time, your CTO has actually built it, and you're like, oh, like, how do I now sell this somewhere?
Yes.
So I think that's the lowest point out there.
That must have been really hard as well, right, to go through.
Yeah, because it's COVID, right? Events are not happening, and you're like, okay, let's do this in COVID. When nothing's happening, you're like, I'm gonna go and build something which is not gonna work in COVID, but it's gonna work post-COVID. Like, obviously, I was thinking, like, I was very positive on the event space, the ticketing space, to take a spike immediately after COVID. When you're stuck inside indoors, you want to go outdoors, you want to go meet people, you want to socialize, you want to party more. So I was playing a big bet on that. But it's just that COVID went on and on and on, and you're just stuck like, when is that bet actually gonna get you to win, right?
Yeah.